Welcome to Channel 15 Sports. We've got the basketball season kicking off. We're at College of St. Joseph in Rutland, Vermont. We have a game between, well, it's a ladies varsity game we should mention first. And you're looking at the Fighting Saints over in their home white uniforms, coached by Dr. Rob Larson, his first year here at the helm. Not a very experienced lineup. He's got a lot of good athletes, but a lot of youth. And they'll be taking on Albany College of Pharmacy. They'll be dressed in the maroon uniforms. We're going to get, I believe, the starting lineups announced. We're trying to get the microphone working right now. But I can tell you, as they're getting set to break the huddle over there, the Saints have Lori Landsberg, number 3. Number 5 is Linda Clements. Irene Tompkins is 11. Brittany Cunningham is 20. Rutland's very own Vicki Getty is 21. Michelle Thompson's 23. And for Mill River High School, Erica Raish, 31. Kara Mazzarello's number 32. Tahara Pleasure is 33. And Jesselyn Damano is number 44. And as we are at the athletic complex here on campus of St. Joe's College, or College of St. Joseph as they go by, you can see right there the competition tonight, Albany Pharmacy. Watching the warm-ups, they had some good size, 3, 4, 6 footers out there. Very athletic club, and it should be a fun matchup tonight. St. Joe's coming in with a 1-win, 1-loss record. They had a weekend, a Saturday and Sunday series up in Maine, and split obviously up there. And actually in their loss to Fort Kent, that was a tie ball game with 6:31 left to go in the second half, so they were in both games. And for Albany, their roster looks like this. They have Kim Ray, she'll wear number 5. Sarah Gruber is number 10. Amber Gilson is number 12. Chrissy Eosa is number 14. Oh, they're going to go starting lineup now. Okay. Going to have Alger come out. Stephanie Alger, number 20. As they've got the microphone working now. Number 10 was Sarah Gruber. Number 12 is Amber Gilson, as we're watching Albany come out. 24 is Pam Leonardi. And Tompkins coming out. Should be the first Saint introduced. And Vicki Getty. As we've introduced some of the names already, Michelle Thompson wears 23. Number 31 is Erica Raish. And number 33, Tahara Pleasure, and that's the starting 5 for the Saints. And again, we'll have 20-minute halves, overtime if necessary. Dan, I love the idea of having the halves instead of the quarters like the high school has. So Saints in their final fire-up here ritual before they get set to take the court. This is their home opener, and it's on PEGTV Channel 15. In that trip to Maine, Vicki Getty in both games combined for over 40 points. So obviously one of the players, number 21 right there, with their back to us, that they'll want to make sure, Albany that is, make sure they have her marked. But again, good athletes out there, nice starting 5. And if there's one thing they're lacking, I'm looking at, there's just one 6-footer on that lineup, that's Vicki Getty. So we'll see if height comes into any play here as far as rebounding defensively and offensively. There is a 30-second shot clock in college basketball, and we're set to jump it up here at center court. Vicki Getty for the Fighting Saints. Like I said, a Rutland High School graduate, wearing number 21, take it on 24. Pam Leonardi out there. Again, this is when soccer season was great. Field hockey was wonderful. Rutland won the football championship in Division I. But we're set to go inside, get warm, and do some basketball. And besides the CSJ game that we'll be having tape delayed, you're watching this now, it's on PEGTV Channel 15. We'll have Mill River boys and girls basketball coming to you, along with West Rutland. Carl Sraney's defending Division 4 squad. See what we can do about getting back into the Rutland gym to maybe get you some Raider basketball. And see what happens with MSJ. That's always up in the air. Now, I think we're good to go. So we're working the bugs out here on the initial home game. See the officials, make sure everybody's set. And tip-off is up and underway, and the ball will be controlled by the Saints. They'll get it on the opening tip and working into the front court. They'll come to this side, and there's a screen set by Vicki Getty, and they'll run a lot of motion. Now, their type of team also, the kind of coach that Larson is, when they can up-tempo the game, they definitely will, but they got to be patient in their half-court set. That's a 3-ball. They left her alone, catches a little bit of air and couldn't save it. Shot was taken by Tahara Pleasure, and maybe the fact she was just too open, and that happens sometimes when you turn and there's just absolutely no defender near you, that throws off your whole rhythm of the shot. So we're scoreless, and here comes Albany. Now crowd's at midcourt circle. And you can see Pleasure, 33, had the ball. Defensively, she's at the top there. And Saints looking like they're going to, trying to find out zone or man-to-man right now. I'm sure we'll see a variety of different defenses. Albany with their first offensive possession will take it inside. Hard off the glass. Rebound fought for it, taken down by Getty. Put it on the floor once, and they're staying in the backcourt with some pressure, and she's able to wrestle the ball up and gets it into the front court. This will be a 2-ball, and no. Squared up nicely, had to look. That was Thompson with the shot there for the Saints. Long diagonal pass. They'll hit the trailer. She wants baseline. That was well defended. Comes back to the right elbow. And Albany with some quick passing to look for a three-pointer. Now it'll be hard off the back of the rim, and Pleasure with the rebound. But I tell you, nice tempo in the first minute of the half here of this opening home game for the Saints by both sides. There's the cut, and I think we'll have a travel call. And that will be the call, and it's took an extra little step, and that was Thompson, number 23, who popped open. But good hustle down the court by Thompson. Again, no pressure in the back court, and you can see that's going to be Jilson with the basketball. I'll check my roster, but Jilson got quite a hand here, and I think she was listed out of Whitehall, New York, so she would have her fans would only have about a 20-minute ride to get here. As Albany Pharmacy trying to post up, take advantage of that height, and that was rejected, and here comes St. Joe's, and just couldn't get the numbers pushed originally. Raish will chase it down, save it on the baseline, come back to the left elbow. Jump step, turn, fire, glass, basket, Saints. That was Tompkins. Strong move right there. Got down inside and makes it 2-0 St. Joe's College with 18 minutes exactly to go here in the first half. The 1-1 Saints taking on the Albany College of Pharmacy. Oh yeah, first foul of the game. Got her on the hand, trying to get the pass down inside. And I don't believe, no, there'll be no shots. Ball will be on the floor underneath the baseline, being taken out of bounds. It was Gruber that was fouled. Saints will defend very aggressively on that inbounds play. Came between circles, swung it around, and no, still looking for the first bucket. Offensive rebound controlled by Albany as they're able to recycle, pull it out, and again, they'll be patient also. He's got the making of a midseason game already. That long lob pass. I'm not sure if it wasn't intended for Jilson. We'll have our second foul, and was Pleasure on the reach from behind. There'll be 2 fouls on St. Joe's now. Raish picked up the first foul. I forgot to tell you that. It's her first. That was her first personal. And Albany will just take the ball back out of bounds on the baseline underneath their own basket. As Leonardi able to get it in. Again, 30-second shot clock, and they recycle it on the foul. And Albany are on the perimeter right now. They've tried to go down inside just once. And Saints, too, also doing some nice defense right here as they tried to go inside. Getty was there and went off from Albany last. Getty got a piece of it. Thompson was there. And now we're going to see pressure in the back court. Raish comes down to meet the basketball. We'll go over to Pleasure. And nice job, ball there. First time the ball's touched the floor on the press break. They're in the front court. Up, and Raish will get it. Boy, that's just textbook breaking the press right there. That will make it. I have it as 4-0 Saints. One of the clock has it at 6, and the other scoreboard has it at 2, but it's 4. There they go. They're all caught up now. So Albany gave you a different look defensively that time as they set up with some pressure in the back court and penetration to kick out, and can't get the roll. Rebound down inside by Vicky Getty, and again, what she does so nicely is keeps the ball moving, keeps it alive so that the defense can't tie her up. Raish for 3, can't get the roll, tipped around and controlled by Leonardi, and we have a timeout taken. And we'll follow the Saints over to their sideline as they've got off to a good start here in front of their home crowd. And it's a nice crowd on hand here for the opening night. 4-0 Saints, 16:20 to go in the first half of play. And 2 fouls as a team on College of St. Joseph's Fighting Saints in the white uniforms. Take a look at their huddle right now. Again, just real quick, and I'll do the rosters throughout the night, but it's Lori Landsberg is number 3, 5 is Linda Clements, Irene Tompkins is 11, Brittany Cunningham is 20, Vicky Getty 21, Michelle Thompson 23, Erica Raish 31, Kara Mazzarello 32, Tahara Pleasure 33, and Jesselyn Damano. Cool name, Jesselyn Damano. It's number 44, I should probably tell you that part, but nice tempo here at set by both squads, and I think you can see right now Albany just suffering from a little bit of cold shooting. They've had some good looks, but they haven't been able to drop one in yet. Sometimes the hardest bucket's the first bucket, and if they can get that going. Same 5 coming on the floor for Coach Larson after that timeout. Sorry to mention just a little bit of the local flavor. Vicky Getty, a Rutland High School graduate. Erica Raish, 31 in the River graduate. And again, a couple things help fill the gym up. Winning teams bring players or bring fans besides parents into the gym, and also with some local athletes. And right now, very good crowd on hand, and will be taken side out. No pressure in the back court. And this is Gruber bringing the ball inside. And number 12 will be Gilson. And Gilson will run the point. Again, she's over the timeline or the circle. No pressure until she just gets about right between the 2 circles. And Gruber finally go down inside and goes baseline up. And again, cold shooting. Great move. Got the baseline moving. Then the foul was committed by Albany. Their first team foul. That was Gruber that committed the foul. And that could be a little bit of frustration if she fouled Tompkins after she missed that baseline bunny shot. Pleasure, double team. They get to the middle of the floor to Getty. Tompkins, the Pleasure up ahead, and it was not touched by Albany. It'll be a turnover. So as far as the press being effective, that was that time. Remember the first time they saw the press, the Saints were able to relatively move it easily down the floor and get a bucket. This time it creates a turnover. And Gilson will again bring the ball up. Oh, she had the open look, will penetrate, and again, nice look, nice drive, good decision, just couldn't get the basket. There's the fake, the slash, and now the pass, and again, a good look can't happen. Tompkins wants to get the ball out to Pleasure. Pleasure, front court, long pass comes to the side, and you can see the Saints now will have to set up that half-court offense. That was Thompson that had the basketball. Again, I'll get these names down because we got a Thompson and a Tompkins, and that's going to be, wow, they didn't call it over the back on the push from behind. It was all ball taken over now as we will see Gruber bring it up. Gruber quickly. Albany's had no problem transitioning to the front court, and that almost went, and that would have been a 3-point opportunity. But Gilson, being extremely creative, will go to the free throw line now for Albany Pharmacy. So a couple things here. Albany showing you that they can break down the defense, get the good look at the shots. Number 2, they must be academically just stellar, going to school for pharmaceutical field. And number 3, when they graduate, they'll make a lot of money. So a lot of things going for them. And they'll get the first bucket of the night from the free throw line. 4-1 now, St. Joe's go at 15 minutes to go in the half. And one of the substitutions that just came in for Albany is number 42, Madden, Kara Madden coming in, number 42. And Valkenberg, Kelly Valkenberg, 32, also snuck in on that buzzer. And the Saints going to have a change here. It looks like number 30, that's Raish, that's not her. 5, there we go, Linda Clements into the game. So a 4-2 game now, and that press. Clements had the touch, got it to Getty, and whoa, nice catch on a hot potato. And Raish had it slapped out of her hands, and it's going to be Saints basketball right on that far side from the Albany bench. And I believe they're going to. Okay, they're going to. I don't believe it was a foul. I think they want to reset the clock. 14:54 to go on the game clock's unofficial. Michelle Thompson will take the ball out of bounds. There she goes. She's right over in front of the maroon-clad Albany squad. Vicky Getty came back to the three-quarter court mark, made the inbounds catch, and Raish, who's got a bucket tonight, wants to go down inside. Get a good look, and just couldn't get the finish. So each team getting the looks, just got to get rid of, oh, got travel. There's the call. Yeah, well, a turnover. Haven't seen many of those here early on. There has not been a lot of turnovers in this first half of play with 14:41 to go. It's St. Joe's with the white uniforms and the lead at 4-2. And Thompson calling out the play right now. And she went to Raish, and that's going to be Tompkins with the basketball. We go inside to Tompkins. Now, that's a couple times they tried to post up Tompkins. That shot will be off the mark. Rebound will come down. And that time it was all Albany on the glass. And will they turn it over? Yes, they will. The outlet pass, a little bit long, was looking to go down to number 32, Kelly Valkensberg. And It will go out of play. And again, we've seen the pressure defense rounded off from since about the 2-minute mark. It results in another turnover, and they'll be able to save it. Gilson. Oh, nice look down inside. Getty up, got a piece of the ball, got a foul. Vicky Getty will collect her first foul of the night for CSJ, and now a chance for Albany, number 42 at the line. Madden tying the ball game up. The 2 points that Albany has on the board have all come from the free throw line. So 4 team fouls now on the Saints, all 4 spread out, though they're all individual players. They'll be with 2 fouls, and that shot missed. So a chance to cut the lead to 1 now on this second attempt. The Saints home opener here on PEGTV channel 15, Rutland, Vermont. And no, both chances a little bit hard off the rim. Getty hustled to get the rebound, and you can see now easily this time they transition the middle of the court, and Raish puts it on the floor once, went to Getty at the free throw line. Oh, great feed down inside, and it's going to count. The basket's good, and the Saints going to the line. That's Tompkins. And Thompson also involved in that play along with Clements. So we will have the first free throws of the night now for College of St. Joseph's. Basket was good, and it makes it 6-2, and a chance here to make it a 5-point lead, and that will be up, and just did nick the rim. If it misses the rim, it's just automatically the other team's ball, and they had to steal, but had to kick, and the ball will go back over, and Albany will have the basketball now. Saints have been playing, just picking up at midcourt, and it's been Albany that's been trying to get that press going. It's created 2 turnovers since it's been employed, and Gilson, number 12, still in there. Amber Gilson with the ball right now, running the point for Albany. Clements defensively, number 5 right there for St. Joe's as they go to the right elbow. There's a screen. Oh, she thought about the 3 a couple times, steps out this time and drains it. Oh boy. So that was Kelly Valkensberg. And a good job Getty using her height to toss over the top of that double team. And boy, just a big collision, no whistle, ball turned over. Looking to take the lead. Albany, they'll hit the trailer, fake the 3, Gilson steps up and got it. They might get rid of those bus legs now. They might have their game legs on as they've hit their last 2 shots. 7-6 now, Albany with the first lead as Clements faced the pressure, pivoted around, gave the ball back. Good travel, yeah. Just ever slight step by Michelle Thompson, and the ball will go out of bounds, and Albany now on a little run. They'll come back, get the touch, and Gilson now will have Clements come up a little bit closer to that midcourt logo and pick up defensively. Again, Gilson's ran the point, hasn't had a rest yet. We're at 12:49 to go. Nice feed down in the low post, wraps it around Getty, and Getty with the rebound. What she did there, tipped it from behind, turnover, Albany, free throw line to the blocks, wants to kick it back out, and that'll be a 2-pointer if it goes, and it does. And that's 6 points in a row now by Albany as they go 9-6 with the lead. And that press has taken St. Joe's out of their rhythm here. Long passes against the press, and they got away with it that time as Clements will go to race. She's on that right side. Now they'll have a chance with 16 seconds on the shot clock to set it up. Maurice will go to the floor, and possession arrow, I'm looking for it on the other side. Should stay with St. Joe's, and no, they're going to switch. It's going to be Albany basketball. So Albany Pharmacy will take the ball out of bounds, and Van Valkensberg with that big 3-pointer brought the ball in play to Gilson as Clements. Again here defensively, looks like that's going to be her assignment, Gilson, and they've rotated the ball nicely and been able to come around on the backdoor cuts. If that's not there, they've reversed the ball on the perimeter and found the open jump shot. And those shots that weren't falling in the first 5 minutes now are starting to find the bottom of the net. There it is, 3-ball, and that's all air, and they'll be picked up by Clements this time. Linda Clements will just navigate through the center court area, bring the ball in the front court herself. Go to Thompson. She wanted to go down inside to Tompkins, and that was closed off, and Getty will come back up, and Saints now able to set up their half-court offense after breaking the press. It's 9-6. Been a long time since the Saints have scored, and got a foul on the drive. I don't believe it's going to result in shots. I think it was on the floor. Ball will go out of bounds, and Yes, that's what's going to happen. Ball will be taken out of bounds on the baseline. You can see Michelle Thompson out there, number 23. So far, just the one sub off the Saints bench. That's a defensive kick. Nothing happens there. Stays 30 seconds on the shot clock. Yeah, and it hit the back. Oh, that's one of those things that will drive you nuts. Hit the backboard on the pass, trying to come up top, and results in a turnover. This is a three-pointer, and no. And that's going to be chased down, and good effort by Thompson, trying to bounce it off from the Albany player, Eosa. But it did hit the inline first, and it'll become Albany basketball. And it'll be taken out of bounds by Leonardi. Now just throw up top. Getting the Saints coming in. Oh, nice pass. Great pass. Getty stepped out, made the gamble, couldn't quite get her fingertips on it, and Thompson. A different look on the press this time. Good teams will see that defensively. They'll just give you a lot of different looks, and Getty double team the minute she catches the ball, and she'll find Raish on this side. Raish for 2 points in the ball game, and like I said, the Saints had a 6-2 lead. It's now 11-6. And it has been a long time between buckets here. 10:44 to go. We're almost to the halfway point of this first half. There's one thing that's very clear, and it's in the warm-ups and on the court right now. There's a big height advantage. Oh, Tompkins will get it. Nice job of feeling the defender on her back, then spinning off. And that's up, and no. They had beaten the defense down the floor, and that was a shot they elected to take. Looked like they had a little more space to dribble a little closer to the bucket. Got a foul called on Gilson as she fouled Thompson. And Michelle Thompson. Foul just come in bounds. Is number 23 out there, and Tompkins is number 11. So in an 11-8 ball game, the Saints with a three-pointer here could take and tie the game up. They've held the lead early in the contest, and Getty was fouled up top and foul side out. So those fouls starting to mount up now. Nobody in the bonus situation yet, and that is the 5th foul on Albany. And you see Thompson on the far side in front of the scorer's table getting set. Michelle Thompson is looking for Clements, and boy, just didn't put enough air into the ball, and it's picked off. Here comes Albany in transition. Great pass. The spin, and boy, I tell you, if that went, I would have got excited. That was pretty decent. Clements looks over his shoulder, makes the catch, lets the defender go by hard off the glass. It was a tough shot to begin with. And boy, we're going end to end now. And Albany wanting their second timeout. Has Pleasure over at the scorer's table getting set to check in for the Fighting Saints. And again, while we've got a brief moment here, we'll take a look in their huddle. It's a 30-second timeout. And I'll give you the whole roster, okay? But Lori Landsberg is number 3, Linda Clements is 5, Irene Tompkins is 11, Brittany Cunningham is 20, Vicki Getty 21, Michelle Thompson 23, Erica Raish 31, Kara Mazzarello 32, Zahara Pleasure, who was at the table getting set to check back in, is 33, and Jesselyn Damano 44. So with 9:58 to go, we're just a tad past the midway point of this first half of play, and the Saints home opener, their 1-1 record. They trail 11-8 to Albany Pharmacy, Albany College of Pharmacy. And nice action in this first half. You got a little moisture on the floor, and they'll mop it up. Player safety always first, and we're at the athletic complex in St. Joe's campus in Rutland, Vermont. Jerry Munger, Munger Vision, bringing you this first basketball game of the season on Channel 15. Like I said, got a lot of Mill River boys and girls basketball coming up. West Rutland's girls basketball. And then we'll fill in the squares as they become open. Thought about the shot, passed it off, went baseline, faked up, no good, well defended. Rebound goes back down to Albany. They'll recycle, they get a new 30 seconds on the shot clock. Again, that was good defense. Now they got some penetration, pass down low. Getty with yet another rebound. And that is Pleasure in the ball game. Gets it to Clements. Got to the left elbow, and then the defense reacted, cut her off, and we will now have Pleasure to Raish. Raish with a bucket tonight. Tompkins has been very good down low. That's a 3 ball, and that's not going to happen. Tompkins up, and no. Tompkins gets her own rebound. You know, I could hear the slap on the arm. That's going to be the 6th team foul. So the next foul that Albany commits, and by the way, they're called the Panthers, will be the 1-on-1 unless it's a player control foul. And then Pleasure will take the ball out of bounds on the baseline in this near corner of the court. And they'll come up to Clements. Nothing popped open down inside. They came up to their safety, and Pleasure took the pass, and that was a hard pass in close quarters. Oh, nice hook move and great feed, and 2 points. What an assist from Pleasure to Tompkins. And again, you can see Clements picking up a little tighter defensively than what we've seen earlier in this first half of play. And Albany got a new sub in there, Kim Ray, number 5 in the ball game. Oh, she sold the fake, goes inside, no whistle on the contact, and the ball will be taken up and out by Pleasure. She will just weave her way through the defense herself, the front court far side, and she'll find Vicky Getty now between circles. Getty to Raish, then Getty cut through the paint. That was pretty much defended. The only real presence of an inside game right now, and well, the turnover was on, or the only presence of the inside game was when they go down inside to Irene Tompkins, number 11. And Ray, he's coming out of the game for the Panthers, and Gruber with the basketball. We're at 11-10. Albany College of Pharmacy with the lead with 8 minutes to go here. They're all great roll to the basket. Then she spun, and yeah, big time move right there. That was number 42, Madden. Now the pressure, again, different looks. Third time we've seen a different variation of some company in the back court by Albany. Pleasure with the basketball, directing some traffic, barking out some signals. Will come to Raish. Raish wants to hand the ball back off to Pleasure, and it will become a turnover. And again, that's the 3rd turnover of the first half. Not a lot. No coach likes any turnover, and that's going to be tipped and out of bounds. Went out from Vicky Getty's hands as she reacted nicely defensively, getting in front of Madden that time. And again, there's a distinctive height advantage for Albany, not only on the floor now, but they're able to bring in other big bodies and fresh legs much more often than the Saints. Oh, nice move right there. And this is going to be up for 3. Got it. Twined it. Second 3-pointer of the night for Kelly Valkenberg. And Getty wide open. Finds Raish. Didn't put it on the floor once. It's all passing. Now they'll go to Tompkins. She's about 11 feet out. Comes across. Thompson, no problem handling the pass. Will pick it up. And great look inside to Getty. Hard off the glass. Getty. Rebound. Fought for on the floor. Jump ball. Possession should be the Saints basketball. And that's what we'll have is Thompson against here signaling the play. They want to run on the inbounds pass. Thompson made the point very well here. Pleasure up and no. I thought maybe the second. There's Tompkins up and no foul. Contact ball and hits the floor. And again, there was a lot of physical play. Nothing whistled down for. And Tompkins working tough inside. And I like the pass and how quick it is. Nice snap, the reversal of the ball here by Albany as we're down to 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. And Valkensburg front rimmed it this time. She was feeling it. She's got 2 tonight. She's 2 of 3. And that was Raish. The pass was intended for Erica Raish. Then Valkensburg with the steal will go down inside, and she'll receive it up on the elbow. And their defense, since she's made a couple threes, it stretched the defense way out, and that was a long distance 3-point shot. It was no good. And that was 1.5 miles away. There's Thompson. Now, Pleasure, a crowd of people go off the glass and get it. A 3-pointer for St. Joe's. And I'll tell you what, you probably couldn't get a much tougher shot than that. And I don't believe the scoreboard is correct. They have it at 16-13 right now. Albany with the lead. It's 1 possession game, a 3-point difference, all wide open, and got it. Somebody set a nice pick for Madden, and she just made sure she gently kissed it off the glass and in. Pleasure took the dribble, and she needs some help. Thompson will spin away from the contact as they're getting a little scrambled. No 10 count in women's college basketball in the back court. And Raish, oh boy, great bounce. Up and count it. Oh, you talk about home court cooking. That ball took a great bounce for St. Joe's. to Vicky Getty, and she's at the line trying to make a three-point play here, getting the basket and the free throw. Number 15 coming in for St. Joe's. I do not have her on my roster. Nope. I'll work on it. First game of the year. And so Vicky Getty, who made the basket, was fouled. Rage had the right idea all along, getting the ball there. And it was tipped. That's going to be off the mark, and rebound will come down to Albany. The ball was tipped and went right back to Getty, and she very calmly composed herself, took the shot. 18-15, Albany College of Pharmacy with the lead. Again, we're at 5 minutes to play. First half action, 20-minute halves. Pleasure came out defensively, and Getty will tip the ball to herself, try to dribble out of the crowd, lost it. And that's going to be on the floor, and this is going to become Albany ball. So Albany will have the basketball on that time possession arrow with the Panthers. And Jilson coming back into the game, number 12 for Albany. Good-looking player. Brought the ball up, handled it well, took the shots, ran the point, did a good job. Back in there, she had about a 4.5-minute rest. The Saints defense, one thing they've done, and I can hear very well here, they've communicated to each other very well. Getty with the blocks, but pick up foul number 2. Oh, that was close, but she'll pick up foul number 2, and with that short bench, I don't mean just height, I mean there's 1, 2, 3, 4 players on the bench. They cannot afford to lose an offensive presence like Getty to foul trouble. Now she's got 2 fouls with 4:50 to go. I'm waiting to see if they make the move to take her out and protect her. Only down 3 right now, and not let her pick up a 3rd foul in the first half. That shot will rattle in and become 19-15. So they're going to leave her in with the 2 fouls. Now that could become a big play, and it could be just I'm filling up dead airspace. As Leonardi, who started the game, made that free throw and can't get the second one to go. Getty. And timeout called by the Saints, and Thompson got tangled up, crashed to the floor, and came up with a slight limp, grabbed her left ankle. And that'd be another thing right now the Saints can't afford, and that would be injuries. So we have a full timeout taken by the College of St. Joe's. Has done the roster a couple times for you, but I'll tell you, beautiful place, come watch a ball game. The athletic complex, oh gosh, I'm trying to think real quick. Less than 10 years old, probably right around the 10-year mark, but nice new smelling still, nice and clean, great seating. Got the lobby, plenty of restrooms, but the Lady Fighting Saints down 19-15, down 2 baskets, 4 points with 4:49 to go. In the first half of play, and again, they'll play 2 20-minute halves. I wish the high schools would go to that, or 2 60-minute halves, whatever would be the equivalent of what the high school needs. And there's a lot of states where the high school ball does play halves. Fouls that kind of were, they had a little spell, each team did, but also they were racking up fouls. That's kind of really quieted down. 7 fouls on Albany, 6 fouls as a team on the Saints. And other than that, like I said, it's been entertaining for the crowd, which is a very good crowd here for this opening game of the season for St. Joe's. I believe that was the first full timeout taken by St. Joe's. And they're going to come out in the same 5 that had just started the game. And again, and that happens once a game or so. There's number 15. I don't have a 15 on my St. Joe's roster. It'll be Thompson, 23, with the basketball. She'll bring it in, no pressure this time. We've seen a lot of different looks defensively by Albany already in only a half a basketball. And this is Pleasure, Tahara Pleasure. Bring the ball over to Tompkins. Tompkins has been a force offensively. Yeah, she's done a nice job, and there's a foul. And we're going to have some shots. I believe 2. That's in the act of shooting. Now they're going to say 1-on-1. So happened on the floor. It's the 8th team foul, and she will get the 1-on-1. I thought possibly that could have been a 2-shot foul. Well, 19-15, 4:34 to go, and Pleasure, Tahara Pleasure, trying to cut into that lead. Will front rim it. Rebound down to Albany. They will turn, and boy, they had a wide open court to glide into that front court. Give the ball to Jilson now, but they'll just turn around and handed it to her. And what's shaping up to be a tight ball game. Free throws, when you get the chance, boy, that's a miss, came right back down. Good rebound by Albany. Jilson dancing out there, thought about it, didn't take it. We'll go down inside, and up, and Getty's got to be a little cautious, as that was White with the basket, Cassie White. But defensively, you can see that Vicky Getty got a little bit soft there, but she has to. She's playing with the 2 fouls, and with 3:58 to go, I'm a little bit surprised to see her out there. That's a 3-point shot by Pleasure this time, as she drained it, and they needed that one big time. 21-18 now. The Saints down by just 3. And that'll be Jolson trying to work off the screen, and good job by Dahara Pleasure. 33 for St. Joseph, fighting herself all the way around the screen, got in position defensively, and the step to the bucket, no good. The rebound, Madden, oh man, little jump hook by Madden. And they're exploiting that height advantage. So it comes down to Tompkins. Tompkins held up the basketball, waited for the rest of her teammates, Thompson included, 23 to come down, and join the play. Pleasure calls for the ball. You see a player, when they get some shots to drop, they get a little confidence. They call for the ball. Great catch by Tompkins. And too tall for Thompson. And that's confusing, believe me. There's Kelly Van Valkenburg coming back in the basketball game, 32 for Albany. And she's hit a couple big threes to help stretch that defense out. And that opened up some passing lanes. We get the ball down inside. And Jilson now with 3 minutes to go. We'll work it to the far side. As for Pleasure, we'll pick her up, and there's her a 3 right off the bench. She's 2 of 4 now on 3-point shots. Oh, what a wraparound pass, and I'm not sure Madden, no, I'm sorry, that's not Madden, Cassie White. I'm not sure she was expecting it as it went out of bounds. It was a great idea. I think she just surprised her teammate. Raish will go back to Pleasure as we see the pressure in the back court now by Albany College of Pharmacy. Oh, great catch. And can't get the finish. Getty tips it to herself, and the ball on the floor. Still on the floor, and it's going to be possession arrow. It's going to be white ball, so it'll be St. Joe's with the basketball with 2:24 to go, down 5, 23-18. Yeah, I had it as Albany also, but the guys in the stripe said white ball, and that's what I was going with. And yeah, they confirmed it. It's a white basketball, which means it's St. Joe's ball, but it's a timeout taken by St. Joe's as they'll gather around their head coach. You can see the teams didn't go to the bench, so it's a 30-second timeout. And the only person in remote foul trouble is Vicky Getty. She has just 2, but with 2:24 to go, if it becomes 3 going into halftime, that becomes a very big strategical move in the second half. Fighting Saints in their home whites home opener. They come with a 1-1 record, and you can see they do lack. They'd love to have 3 or 4 6-footers, 6'1", 6'2", but they're scrappy, they're athletic, and they have a very quick team. And they do have some players who play like they are 6'2". And Tompkins, Irene Tompkins jumping out. That's Raish with the ball, and she'll swing it out to Thompson. Thompson put it on the floor, got to the free throw line. There was double team, and that's going to be up and off the glass, and we're going to have a foul on Raish. Yeah, push from behind on Raish, and that's going to be the 7th foul, and that's going to be the 1-1. And that should be Raish's 2nd foul of the first half. So Raish and Getty both with 2 fouls, and Clements coming in for Raish. Well, the board has it as 3 now. I probably did miss one somewhere, but that's big to lose Raish in the first half to 3 fouls. And Jilson, no, that thing was halfway down there and popped back out. Van Valkensburg tried to keep it alive by tipping the ball over the back of Tompkins, and Tompkins with the ball now put it on the floor once. We'll come up to Thompson, and again Jilson just read it, anticipated it, and stole it. All great diagonal pass, and again they can't get. They hustled down the floor. They had the right decision to make the pass they made and take the shot they made. The ball just wouldn't cooperate with them. Clements in for Raish, and that went out from Getty's hands, and here's a turnover. And up ahead, the catch, and the finish. Boy, they ran the floor nicely. That's Van Valkensburg, who's the leading scorer off from the bench. And right now they're putting together a run. Albany, with 1:35 to go, created the turnover and hands the ball back. It's at 7 points lead right now, and a chance to put together a mini run at the end of the first half of play. Is Van Valkenburg will bring it into Jilson. Jilson. And Albany looking to, put down a hammer. And again, that shot just plain old slipped out of her hand. Pleasure. And the Saints need a basket here. They need to end the drought and not let that lead balloon to double digits before the halftime break, and which is down to 1:14 to go in the first half, and 11 seconds to go on the shot clock. Getty, too far out for a shot, will go to Pleasure. She'll let it go, and that might have been tipped. No, just be an air ball. So the offense never got in sync that trip down the floor. As Gruber will come back at number 10 for Albany. She'll replace Jilson. This is a good move here. They're giving Jilson an extra 62 seconds of rest plus halftime. And like I said, she logged a lot of minutes in that first half of play. So the lead at 7, and the Saints need a defensive stop. Gruber brought it just inside the circle, brought it back out. And she went down to Alger. Alger working off a screen. They were looking for the roll. It never happened off the pick. She took it to the hole, and shot blocked by Getty. 3 fouls or not. She got the block, and then we're going to have a holding foul called on Albany, and there should be shots coming up for, as Alger called for the foul. And I'm not sure who's taking the shots for St. Joe's. So with 38 seconds to go, big break now for St. Joe's. And they got to take advantage of it. It's Clements, Linda Clements. Out there with the 1-and-1, but they've got to capitalize on this opportunity here. And again, Tompkins up and got the rebound, got the foul, and she's going to the line. And she got popped in the mouth there too with the accidentally, and she's trying to be tough there and stay in the ball game. It could be the bridge of the nose actually. Somewhere in the facial area, she took a shot. I'll have to try that next time I get hit in the face. She's feigning herself, and her teammates are, and it seemed to work. You'll never hear him tell you that medically if you get popped in the face to feign yourself, but look, she's all good and ready to go. 36 seconds to go, and Saints back at the line where they have struggled percentage-wise, making some buckets here from the free throw line. That's not going to make it. So the reason that's not a violation is because it was the first shot of 2 shots. So that was also the 10th team foul. I forgot to mention that to you. So Tompkins trying to salvage just 1 here. And that got to the rim. Getty got inside, up, and no. Getty up, got it. Vicky Getty with just sheer determination, able to get that off the missed free throw, missed her own shot on the putback and got the basket. 23 seconds to go, 5-point lead, first half action. St. Joe's on the defense, down 25-20 to Albany College of Pharmacy. And Albany, basically, there's a 0.3 of a second difference in the shot clock and the game clock. They're holding for the last shot, up and got it! That happened with 3 seconds, and the steal, foul, oh, what a killer. That all happened with 0.6 of a second. And this could turn into a 5.8 second span. 29-20, and Albany at the line trying to complete the 3-point play. Wow, that will make you pull your hair out. Stephanie Alger will be up and got it. 30-20, largest lead of the game, first double-digit lead of the game. And 0.6 of a second, still on the clock, never moved. Shouldn't was kicked defensively out of bounds, and yeah, they'll go back to the spot where they threw it in. So a disastrous final 8 seconds here for St. Joe's. They'll get the touch. There's the buzzer. We'll go to the half. 30-20, Albany College of Pharmacy to lead over the Fighting Saints from the College of St. Joe's. Just to state the obvious, the first 5 to 6 minutes here of the second half, extremely critical for St. Joe's. They're down by 10, 30-20. They, at this point in the season, and the season's a project in the works. It's progressive. You're building on it. It's going to be Albany with the basketball here, and it's Jilson with the ball. But right now they just don't seem to have the offense that could make up a 15, 20-point deficit, so it's imperative that they either can keep it where it's at 10 right now, or even cut into the lead and get it down to 4 or 5 in the second half and have it manageable to work with. Nice pass down inside, a little bit too high actually. There's a turnover, and that's one thing the Saints didn't take advantage of, were free throws and turnovers. But again, it's early in the year and things will only get better. They didn't have a ton of practices and they've only played 2 games. Now they worked down on the baseline. That was a good looking shot and didn't drop. And that was another problem for both teams. Just cold shooting. Oh, great entry pass down inside. Nice move to the left hand. Rebound and a foul. Tompkins, who was so impressive, Irene Tompkins, number 11, who was so impressive for St. Joe's, literally was grabbed a hold of and fouled, and that'll be the first foul of the second half. And it'll be Thompson now, number 23. He'll take the ball out of bounds, come into Pleasure. And Tahara Pleasure. See, when they, oh, that's going to be a foul. There they go. Yeah. And that'll be the second foul, all happening within a minute. Raish out there with 3 personal fouls, 31 for St. Joe's. And then Getty with number 21 on her back has 2 personal fouls. That's basically all the foul trouble really on the floor for either side. It's the Saints' home opener. And they come in with that 1-1 record. Jerry Munger, Munger Vision, PEGTV Channel 15. And again, there were moments in the first half that the Saints handled the press well. And then there were stretches where the press was very, very effective. But, you know, the object of the press, besides many obvious things, is there's a foul. 3 fouls now. That'll be on Van Valkenburg. And the significance of that, that's 3 team fouls in 1 minute 8 seconds. The shooting limit's at 7 fouls, so the Saints not quite halfway there, but close. I couldn't give you the exact. Well, great job by Vicky Getty to seal off that pass inside, rolled out to Tompkins, and that's a defensive kick. And in college, they'll recycle the shot clock to 30 seconds on the kick ball defensively. So I say the press, so well, you'll see how effective a press is, say with 6, 7, 8 minutes left in the game, because its object with the short bench is to wear it out. Oh, what a pass and position. Tompkins got inside and just built a wall. The defender could not get through it. And again, I don't have an official stat, but she's got to be the leading scorer for the Saints. This is a 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, step up, and that was partially tipped. Van Valkenburg. Oh, what a creative shuffle shot that would not drop. Shovel shot, I meant to say. They'll hold it up. There's the cut, and yes, the Saints getting it down the floor to Vicky Getty, and they've cut the lead to 6 at 30-24. So that first 5 to 6, 7 minute crucial stage looking good right now for the Saints. They've collected 3 fouls against Albany, and they've put on a little run here, 4 points. Jilson again worked so nicely to get open, and jump ball. It should be white basketball. Yeah, the Saints, because it was Albany that had opening possession here. And Tahara Pleasure will take the ball out of bounds. Then bring it into Thompson. Thompson back to Pleasure. The Saints have some good ball handlers in Pleasure and Thompson out there. Oh, great look inside. Nice defense. Tremendous defense, actually. I thought that was going to be an easy catch and pitch and catch right there. And they pass up the shot on the baseline. And they've attempted quite a few threes. And they're going to have a foul. Basket almost went and did not drop. Foul on the floor. No shots coming up. You can see the blocking foul called. That's the first foul on the Saints here in the second half. St. Joe's College, or the College of St. Joe's. Oh my goodness, they called that in the act of shooting. Okay, so I correct myself. It'll be Jilson at the line to shoot 2. And that's the 3rd foul on Pleasure, and that was one of the areas that was key with a short bench that they really couldn't afford to get in foul trouble. Raish with 3 fouls, Pleasure with 3 fouls, and Getty with 2. So 3 of your 5 starters making your heart race a little bit right now if you're a coach with foul trouble. And Jilson will get that second one. She'll will it in, and that'll make it a 31-24 ball game. It was a 10-point halftime lead. Saints have done a little damage here, and Thompson with a nice catch. Oh, great wraparound pass, good hands, and turnover. Thompson had cut to the baseline. The pass came back up to the elbow, and Albany will get the ball in bounds. Now, we've yet to see the Saints press, and speculation, conjecture on my part, could be because conserving energy and fouls with a short bench. You could see them if the game stays at 7 to 10 points, probably around the 3-minute mark. If they're going to do it, that'd probably be the time you'd see them press. Now, I'll give it up to Jilson, setting the screen with Van Valkenburg over there, and she's nailed 2 threes and make it 3 threes for Van Valkenburg. Oh, and they set that up to roll off the screen back to her, and the defense followed the pass, and they've got to be aware of that. Number 32 out there is a perimeter shooter. Nice catch by Pleasure. She'll roll to the right side and give it back to Getty. We're at 34-24, and got it! 3-pointer! Oh, where has that been, Michelle Thompson? Couple more of those, and that will kind of open up the inside passing lanes. 34-27, the Saints hanging around, down by 7. Well, she got to the free throw line, and everybody converged on her. That left the wing open, and the ball won't drop. Rebound. Taken out there by Albany, and we got a player down, and bucket now. They'll call the timeout. And I believe it's Tompkins who is down. Oh, and she's holding that ankle. I was hoping, never for an injury, but I was hoping more like she got an elbow in the belly and just knocked the wind out of her, but she's grabbing, oh, you can see. And she would be a major blow to lose. She's been outstanding here tonight. Mike Dorian and Dr. Larson taking a look at her, and hope for good news when we come back up from the fade. Number 11, Irene Tompkins, with some type of lower leg ankle type injury, was assisted off the court, taken to the dressing room medical facility, and hopefully we'll be able to see her later today. But boy, what a force she was, rebounding, defense, and unofficially, but no stats, she had to be either the leading scorer or near the leading scorer for the Saints, who are down by 9, 36-27, with 16:09 to go in the second half of play. They're getting a little bit of foul trouble too. Now the injury and things getting thinner. Michelle Thompson taking the ball out of bounds for the Fighting Saints of St. Joe's College in Rutland, Vermont. And like I said, she was one of those players, Tompkins was, that was playing like a 6'1", 6'2" player. She's getting a lot of rebounds. This is Getty up top between circles, pivots around, finds Thompson. Thompson hit a 3 her last time down. We'll go to Pleasure. Pleasure as they run a weave up top. That's Clements that came in for Tompkins. Thompson, nope. She had a good look, squared up, fired, 1 and out, and here comes Albany. And this is dangerous right now with 15:38 to go. You can kind of feel a run coming by Albany. They need some defensive stops here. Talking about the Saints, of course. Going to bring the ball over, and it's going to be Elger. Whoops, you missed the bucket because I was looking for her number. And it's a basket on an inside pass along the baseline. And it's going to be 38-27, Albany Pharmacy. And Tahara Pleasure with the ball. We'll go to Vicky Getty. And Getty, one of those people, you just keep waiting for her to kind of get her rhythm. Thompson's got her rhythm. 2 of her last 3 shots. She's had the last 5 points for the Saints, and that makes it 38-29. And again, they're keeping it around 9 and 10 points right now. Dan Valkensberg's got some defense on her now, and they trailed off her. Nope, she's got 3 of 5 from the 3-point line. But there's the offensive rebound and the putback by Madden. Again, no pressure this time in the back court, and Pleasure able to bring it up, go to Thompson, back to Pleasure, nope. And it's 1 and out for the Saints, the last 2 trips down, and that tires out your defense. Good push. Oh, they give that ball up sooner. They got a better shot, and that swish. Well, I guess we're going to do that on the trail. It doesn't matter where you pass the ball, and that was Leonardi with the bucket, and it goes to a 42-29 lead, a 13-point lead for Albany. That's now the largest lead of the game. Remember the last few seconds of the second half. Oh, what a steal. Pleasure. And Elger has the ball taken away by Thompson, who's played a real gutty game here, to Getty, and she'll keep the ball alive and go to Clements. Clements to Raish, her arm grab, no whistle on the play. She'll come back to Clements now. One thing the Saints have to do, 2 things actually, is keep their composure so you get a good shot selection, and you gotta start getting at least 1 or 2 offensive rebounds occasionally, because it's 1 and out, and Getty turns, fires, got it on the buzzer. The shot clock had ran down, and Getty kissed it off the glass and in, making it 42-31. Here's Jilson with the spin, and Van Valkenburg out on the perimeter again, where she's been a sniper tonight for St. Joe's. You can see the screen, and then Pleasure switched off. Getty, there's the cut. Oh, reverse layup, and no, kicks out. Getty with the rebound in the paint. Will hand the ball back to Pleasure. Pleasure will cross the logo at midcourt, and Thompson gave the ball up to Raish, and he'll rim out on her. Had a good look. Looked nice when it left her hand. That basket hoop just wouldn't cooperate with her. There's the flash, and Madden with the finish. And got a timeout call, I believe, yes. I'll tell you what, they're picking up the first wave of the offense, but they're not getting the trailers on the plane with 12:39 to go. The Saints down 44-31 to Albany College of Pharmacy. Thompson will bring the ball out of bounds for the Saints, and I want to tell you, it was Brittany Cunningham who wore number 15, not number 20. So a 15 who was unidentified in that first half by me is Cunningham. Now it's going to be Clements, Linda Clements in the backcourt, along with Michelle Thompson, as they're just waiting for everybody at the clock table to get set. So Clements will run the point right now, and they'll swing it over to Raish. Raish playing with those 3 fouls. We'll get it down inside the Pleasure foul. Great move. That's just a smaller, quicker player getting the bigger player in the air off her feet and then taking it to the hole, getting fouled. But it's time to convert the free throws. They did struggle from the free throw line as a team in the first half. This is 2 shots coming up. That's the 4th team foul, and got it. They can climb back in this thing if they can get the penetration like that and get to the free throw line and make the buckets. It's still very doable with 12:29 to go. It's 44. Oh. Yeah, Getty got in the paint too soon. They'll wipe it out. 44-33, 11-point deficit. And that foul, I forgot to tell you, was on Kara Madden. That's her 3rd personal. But Albany playing with a very deep bench. Numbers-wise, you could just see how many more players they had brought. Alger with a fake, sailed off by Clements, and that'll be a 2-point shot, and no good. If you look at the great position by Getty on the box out. And that was 1 and out for Albany, and Pleasure will go behind the back, and that's going to be a 3-ball. Going to be a strike, too, as Thompson now with 2 threes here in the second half. Makes it 44-36. So a little 5-0 run for St. Joe's after that timeout has cut the deficit to 8. And don't forget, they've lost Tompkins to an injury. That's going to be rebounded on the miss, turns, and in. Nice job getting inside by the number 10 down there. It's Gruber, who's started the game and has played strong the whole contest for Albany. And they'll get the ball off to Raish. Raish looking around, we'll come back to Getty. It was Clements who brought the ball up, and Thompson, who's been the offense here in the last few moments for St. Joe's, goes back to Clements, and she's at trouble at the top of the arc. We'll go to Getty. She'll swing the ball over. Raish got the defender in the air but couldn't penetrate off it. Shot clock down to 3-2 travel. And it was this time that the offense never got below the free throw line. Everything stayed high, higher, and highest, and then it became a turnover. 46-36 with 11 minutes left in the second half of play from College of St. Joseph's in Rutland, Vermont on PEGTV channel 15. Oh, you know. 3 of 6 now. She's shooting 50%. The rebound chase down. Oh, great. No, great pass. I don't care if they turn it over. Van Valkenburg passed it so well that it surprised her teammate. And we have a whistle. Not sure why they stopped play, but Clements now will bring the ball up. Thompson in the back court with Michelle Thompson, number 23, for the Saints. Pleasure has become a pleasure here for the Saints as she's hit that shot in 46-38. They're going to post her up down inside and let her use her athletic ability, and it's still a tough matchup. Smaller, quicker for Albany down there. Well, they gave up the baseline travel. Yeah. I think it surprised her when the defender had the baseline sealed off, and then Gruber the defender stepped away, and Gruber wasn't quite sure whether to shoot or take that extra step, and it cost her. There's a small form of the press. Great catch by Clements. Great catch by Clements. It's a turnover, but it's a heck of a play. The Jilson, one dribble up and blocked out of bounds by Getty. Oh, get out of my house, Vicky Getty says. Oh, that's pretty stuff. It was timed, it was measured, and it was awesome. Inside, pump fakes, puts it on, spun back further away. They're looking for the penetration, and boy, got all kinds of stuff we can call on that. They're going to call it travel. Albany, for some reason, and it's just my personal opinion, yes, Van Valkenburg has hit 3 threes, but their strength is down inside with their height and their muscle, and they've gotten away from that travel. Thompson traveled, so they'll trade turnovers. But Albany would be better suited to keep pounding the ball down inside, in my opinion. But they've kind of got away from that. 46-38, just a tad under 10 minutes left to go in the second half of play. St. Joe's in their home opener. PEGTV there, Munger Vision. Oh, nice pass. They'll kick it back out, though. And again, Jilson. 1 and out. Getty with the rebound and traveled. Yeah, she did. Good call. Been a well-officiated game, actually. But it's those little things that will kill you. Now, I'm not sure what the official was talking about. I don't believe it was a warning issued or anything. But boy, you played good defense, you got the rebound, and then you gave them another chance, and they won't get it to drop. First time, not the second time. Oh, Getty just used her long arms of hers to knock the ball up in the air and get control of it. Pleasure with the basketball for St. Joe's. Crosses over to the top of the arc, kicks it off left side, up and raised. Nope. She's a streaky shooter. She's looking to get hot. We're at 9 minutes to go, and they're actually going up and down the floor now. Well, again, they had the penetration, but kicked it back out. Foul. And by Vicky Getty's reaction, I'm going to prematurely say it's on her, but it's not official. Now, if it is her, it'll be 3. And I'm just waiting. Yeah, the board says it is 3. So Pleasure with 3, Getty with 3, and Raish with 3. And don't forget Tompkins in the locker room with an injury to her shin, ankle, Achilles area, somewhere down. I kind of give you a whole wide spectrum of the human anatomy there because I'm not sure. And that will go up and in and make it 47-38, and it's just to bring it back to a 10-point lead. As Leonardi will do it. And for the Saints, they have really played basically 6.5 people. So that's a lot of minutes of, you gotta have some endurance, you gotta have a lot of conditioning, because this is the stretch of the game now where you're gonna run out of gas. This will be detrimental. This could be the Thompson. Nope, boy, she looked good when she let it go. Getty had it lost, it picked back up by her teammate. Ray steps to the hole, no. Rebound will come down, and a couple of chances by the Fighting Saints didn't drop. Like I said, this is, you can see where the press would have taken its toll. Fatigue comes into play here on the Saints. Also, it's a good spot in the game to go back to the press if you're Albany and kind of put the finishing touches on the game, put it away. That's going to be kicked by Clements, and it'll be recycling the clock from 13 back to 30 seconds. And the ball will be taken out of bounds by number 24, Leonardi. Albany in the most maroon uniforms, and the Fighting Saints, St. Joe's College. Actually, it's College of St. Joseph. That's going to, again, be nothing but twine. That was Leonardi, and the lead now back to 12. The Saints cut it down a couple times, but just couldn't find another run in them. Like I said, they've logged a lot of miles out there. Their spacing was off, and we're going to have a foul defensively on Jilson, I believe. That's going to be the 5th team foul. No shots fall on the floor. And they will have Thompson, Michelle Thompson, take the ball out of bounds. And they'll get it into Pleasure. She'll turn fire. Got it. Boy, Pleasure's had a huge second half, and it's a 3-pointer. Brings the lead back to under 10 at 50-41. No, it's been neat because whether it became foul trouble, somebody, or an injury, one of the Saints has stepped up, where it was Tompkins in the first half offensively, then Thompson Now it's been Pleasure, and Clements will get the finish on the break down the court. One of the easiest buckets they've had all night. 50-43, lead down to 7. So again, they got the lead up to 12, and the Saints find that little bit of resiliency down inside, pull it out, and cut the lead down to 7. We're down to 7:21 to go in the ball game. Oh, great entry pass. The only thing I wonder is how long was she in the paint. Doesn't matter. Raish will yank it down, have the rebound, will go to Pleasure. Pleasure. Oh, okay, timeout. Pleasure was cruising, and timeout called by Coach Larson on that far side, and it looks like it's going to be a 30-second. Now, a lot of times, and this is just conjecture on my part, yes, I'm sure they're talking strategy and getting the play set, but when you know you've had to play a lot of people a lot of minutes, this is a good time just for them to kind of catch the breath, refocus, yeah, hydrate, and be a good time for me to do the roster. Well, first of all, it'd be a good time for me to tell you all the ways you can get the schedule information for Channel 15. One of the easiest ways is Sam's Good News has the listings for Channel 15, Channel 20, and Channel 21. Sammy Garuso, big PEGTV supporter out there. Second way is to go to the website at www.pegtv.com. They'll list the schedule information. And of course, you can always pick up the telephone and give them a call at 747-0151. Tell them Munger Vision sent you. And Thompson will bring the ball in Pleasure, and we'll get things going now with 7:06 go. Saints down by just 7. They've trailed by as many as 13, and they've actually led early on in the game. But it's a possession that they need points. Oh, they got it! Thompson has stepped up here along with Pleasure, and this is going to be a great break right here for St. Joe's. They just came off a 30-second timeout they used. Now Albany wanting a 30-second timeout as it's a 50-46 ball game. And those shots that weren't dropping for them earlier, they have found the bomb in that here when they need it the most. So back-to-back timeouts, one by each team. To me, big advantage to College of St. Joseph's here, the Fighting Saints in their white uniforms on their home court in their home opener. And I tell you, it has been a good ball game. Team fouls in the second half. 2 team fouls on St. Joseph's and 5 on Albany. Now that could come into play. You know, if you're behind and you've got a foul to try to regain possession of the ball, they've basically got 4 or 5 fouls to give away here right now that they can spend. As long as you're not in the act of shooting, of course, then you don't want to do that. But that went without saying. So, hey, not a bad home opener, huh, for the kickoff to the basketball season for PEGTV Channel 15. Little college ball. Gotta tell you one, Albany, the big city, taking on Rutland. College of St. Joseph's, and the ball will be side up. Now, I'm sure they're talking about finding number 23, Thompson. She has shot the lights out here in the second half. I unofficially have her for 3 threes here in the second half. Scrappy, I think that's a good term to use for the Fighting Saints. Resilient and scrappy here. Undersized and undermanned, but getting it close. Oh, great left-handed shot. Wow. That kind of put the, and what they do after the timeout, the Albany team, they went back down inside to where I think their biggest strength and biggest assets are. And that's going to be big. Yeah, it's going to be Raish's 4th foul. But it's not a shooting foul. It's only the 3rd team foul, but it's her 4th. That's big, but every possession is huge. Even though the 6:26 in basketball, the way you can keep fouling and there are timeouts up, can take you 20 minutes to play it. And they need to switch off. They communicated that. They did. They'll kick the ball back out. And the shot clock down to 19. Oh, great baseline move up and got it. Somebody didn't rotate on the baseline. And that left Gruber open, and she made no mistake about it. She kissed it off the glass and in, the lead back to 54-46. Getty will step out, put it on the floor, and oh boy. Well, I guess it could have been. It looked like she kind of pivoted nicely there, but they called her for the travel. And 2 possessions, last 2 possessions, and 2 turnovers. Well, they need that defense to come up with another big play here. Thompson checked the screen out behind her. Yeah, Thompson liking it. Illegal screen called, yeah, and that also becomes foul number 6 now as a team on Albany. And again, one more foul, and other than a player control foul, and it'll be I think the rule changed too last year. Oh, 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Van Valkenburg with the finish. She's done it from the 3-point arc, and she has done it from the outside, or the inside like that, I'm sorry. Pleasure will turn around, Gruber right on top of her, and then Pleasure realizing that cranks up the intensity. 56-46, and Albany's responded nicely after their timeout to reestablishing a double-digit lead. Ray staying in there with the 4 fouls. Really not much of a choice, I guess. They go down inside the Pleasure, and she is fouled, and looks like they're calling it on 32, and that would be Kelly Van Valkenburg. And that's should be the 7th foul. Well, the board must be off because it's staying at 6 fouls, and it was 6 fouls before, and I didn't go to college, and I barely got out of high school, but somewhere it had to become either the 7th foul, but there's a kick and the ball will come back into play. Getty with the basketball, and she's been quiet offensively tonight. She's had spots and moments. Oh, and another turnover, and they're going to get it back. Great break. Yeah, they've turned the ball over in the last minute and a half, just way too much. And they're looking tired. They're bending at the whistles, catching their breath. And boy, they force it in, and that's going to be picked up and taken over by Albany. Yeah, they're going to call offensive foul. There'll be no shots. This is definitely the 7th foul, but there'll be no shots. 5 minutes even, but it'll give them possession, and now Albany will go back. I said around the 3.5, 4 minute mark, but with 5 minutes to go, they'll go back to the press. And if you've dogged the team and tried to help them, you know, tire them out, get them exhausted, this is where the press can really reap the benefits. We got a foul way away from the action. And I got to tell you the truth, I missed the foul and I missed the call, but it looks like the Saints are going to the... I don't understand why nobody's shooting yet. Well, see, that wasn't an offensive foul. That was Saints basketball. Well, it's... I guess the clock is irrelevant because either the fouls are wrong, because there's been 3 fouls since it's been posted at 6 and nothing's gone up. Oh, what a 3-point shot by Pleasure. And the Saints just keep on finding a little more to keep coming back and keep it interesting. Got a foul. Yeah, Pleasure on the floor picked up her 4th foul, and that'll be the 5th team foul in my book. And I'll go by my book from now on. 56-49, and Albany with the ball out of bounds. Again, they should try to use as much of that 30-second clock as they can, and also pound the ball inside. No, they'll line it up and get it. Wow, that hit so dead, but rolled in. And Pleasure with the basketball. Now the pressure will peel off, and Pleasure will bring the ball up for St. Joe's. 59-49, and Thompson way out about at the 3/4 court mark. We'll get the ball back to Pleasure. 12 on the shot clock. Pleasure will put it up. Got it. Oh, she can't miss. She is just smoking out there. 59-52. Thompson and Pleasure keeping the Saints in the ball game in the second half. Everything going in now for Pleasure. That's going to go up and no good. Rebound up, and the step to the hole was strong. The offense rebound. There it is. Pounding it inside. And an Albany timeout. As you see Thompson and Pleasure heading back to the huddle. It's a 30-second timeout taken by Albany, and we're at 61-52, a 9-point game with 3:36 to go. Raish out there, Erica Raish for St. Joseph's with 4 fouls. Getty still with the 3. Pleasure, I believe, has 3. She might have picked up her... No, she does have 4. Tompkins has left the game injured, hasn't returned yet. Doubt we'll see her at 3:36 left to go. And Clements, number 5 out there. So it's Getty, Raish, Pleasure, Clements, and Thompson. The 5 on the floor for the Fighting Saints. In their home opener with a 1-1 record. And that was tough. That's a tough play. Jump ball, and it's going to be Albany basketball. Boy, that was just a possession. They really came out of a timeout, a little lackadaisical. And I can't believe they couldn't expect the pressure to come. Again, inside, that's where the action is. Yeah, that's where Albany has made their living. I know that there's been some threes put in, but if you're looking for the hammer to drive the nails, it's inside. Raish with the catch. Yeah. Now she needs some help, and yeah. Long pass up ahead, and the finish. That could have been the finishing touch right there. 3 minutes to go, but it's now a 65-52 game. Albany reestablishing a 13-point lead, which matches their highest point total lead-wise. And we got a blocking foul, and Pleasure should be going to the line. Now, I don't have a stat, but she has lit the scoreboard up here in the second half. That foul was called on Alger. That's her third. 8th on the team, and the 1-on-1 coming up. But St. Joe's has yet to take advantage, really, of their free throw opportunities this evening. Yeah. Oh, they had a player there. She is wide open. The catch, and oh! Getty got the block, got the foul. Now she's good sportsmanship right there by Vicky Getty. She made up 60 feet in 3.4 seconds. I'll tell you what, she got the foul, but did she hustle? Oh, they called that. I never would have called. She played ball, gut ball. Yeah, and they should put him on the box. Yep. Oh, when she come up, push her from behind, she reached out, hammered the ball, and got her across the wrist. So 65-52. Albany with 2:54 to go with the lead. Good looking ball club. And coming in for St. Joe's, and they're going to take Pleasure out. It's going to be Brittany Cunningham. She'll wear 15, and Cunningham. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so six. Okay, there's 6 players on the floor there. Now Pleasure will leave, and that will be front rimmed. As Alger trying to save 1 and 2 here. And that was the 5th team foul on the Saints, and somehow Pleasure got the foul. I'm not sure how on the block by Getty, but that's why Pleasure left. She fouled out. And it'll be Albany basketball with 2:48 to go. And right now you're just seeing a couple different things. Fatigue by now Pleasure back in there. I'm confused because the board had her at 5 fouls, which I didn't. I had the foul on Getty. I think they corrected the foul, yes. There's the backdoor cut up, and the rebound, fought for and taken out there by Cunningham. She cooked the bump, and should be the Saints shooting now. Yeah, that was a little blocking foul called, and that will stop the clock with 2:28 to go. That's the last thing Albany wanted to do, was to stop the clock and give the Saints an opportunity to score points without the clock moving. Well, it's possible. It's just, I can't believe there's a lot of gas left in the tank of the Fighting Saints right now. They'll miss yet another free throw. And that's one area they really, they've hustled. They've played hard. They've hit big shots, but they just really haven't got the free throws at any point in the game, a rhythm to it, and a string of them put together, and they'll miss them both there. Albany will get the rebound. And Jilson hasn't played in quite a while. Now, I don't know if she's injured or suffering from the cold or flu, but Jilson, 12, when she was in there, was a really smooth looking ball player. Oh, great entry pass. Then they'll kick it out to Gruber, and she will swish it. Great ball movement. The defense just too tired to react, coming around right now. And Pleasure, 67-52. Saints down by 15. This is Clements. And her pass just taken right out of midair by Gruber. And she'll go to the left hand, and that thing's set on the rim for a full second. We white basketball. And for the Saints, Lori Landsberg coming in now. Landsberg, number 3, coming in for the Fighting Saints. Full timeout, so with just 1:50 to go, 67-52. What Coach Larson could be doing here with new personnel coming in the game is making sure everybody understanding what their role is. Noreen Tompkins has come back out from the dressing room, locker room, training room area. with a very significant limp, and she's putting her sneaker back on, but I really couldn't see endangering furthering an injury by putting her in with 1:50 left in the game, down 17. But it is encouraging to see her come back out, walking this time on her own. As that pass into the front court, Thompson faked the outside shot, spins it in the paint, and boy, she created something out of nothing. She's done a nice job tonight. Again, being real gutty out there. Had a string of threes in the middle of the second half that, for the moment, had kept St. Joe's in the game. And that'll be up, and again, no knock on anybody at all on the team, but it is an area, if you've watched the game, that's a glaring weakness right now, is making free throws. Probably the amount of missed free throws equals the deficit right now. That shot went in, and St. Joe's will go to the press, and you'll say, why go to the press? Well, first of all, game's never over till it's over, but second of all, it's being able to practice and execute your press in live action, so if you need it later in the season, you've been able to practice it under real conditions. There's practicing it in practice against teammates when they know what's happening, what's going to happen, and know the plays. And then there's being able to practice here against an opponent. 69-53, Albany College of Pharmacy with the lead, making that 2-hour ride up to Rutland well worth it. And Clements very slow to get up from behind the play, and that's going to be stripped away and out of bounds off from Thompson, who continues to impress and hustle out there for College of St. Joseph. And Clements looks like she's going to walk it off and stay in the ball game. And for St. Joe's, I missed it, but Mazzarello, Kara Mazzarello, 32 into the game now for the Fighting Saints. As they're on the defense in the white uniforms, that'll be front rim, tips out, and Mazzarello with the ball will bring it up a few dribbles, find Vicky Getty. She wanted to cross it over, brought it down on the defender's knee, and then it will be taken away, and there's a step to the bucket, not the finish, and the foul. Nah, I don't think they're going to count the basket, but I'll tell you what, they got a player out there, and Michelle Thompson, she's going to line, should be shooting a couple with 48.5 seconds to go. And I got to tell you, as a fan, as a coach, as an opposing coach, you remember stuff like this. Thompson's basically played the whole game, and her team down now by 15 with 48 seconds to go, and she's playing it like it's overtime with 10 seconds left, tie ball game. And you like that kind of heart and that kind of spirit. She got them both this time. Nice looking form on that second one. And then press again as they able to work it up where the top traveled. Yeah. She got caught between a thought and actually physically doing what she's thinking. And that happens to me all the time. It'll be side out up here, and St. Joe's, College of St. Joseph's will bring the ball out with Pleasure and Getty in the back court. 43.4 seconds to go. And it'll actually be Getty that'll take the ball out of bounds, number 21 for the Fighting Saints. And Pleasure to Thompson, back to Pleasure. And she's still hot. She is still hot. I don't have a point total, but it's going to be over 20 points. Most of that coming in the second half by Pleasure. 69-58, and they just do work the ball out of a pack of Saints defensively back there on the press. Shot clock down to 18 seconds, 23 on the game clock, and there's the crossover. The ball will come on this side, dump it down, and oh, nice pass. That second look really was beautiful. 71-58, 13-point game. Oh, what a pass, what a catch, and can't get the finish. Kept the ball alive, will come down. Getty up, off the glass, no good. Getty up again, and no, it won't drop. And that's the ball game, 71-58. St. Joe's will go to 1-2, but I'll tell you what, they showed a lot of positives out there, and scored really not as indicative of how close the game was. And again, the injury to Tompkins really hurt them in the middle of the second half. A little fatigue. They'll got to work on their endurance, but other than that, good-looking club. So from St. Joe's College, Jerry Munger saying get out there, support your student athletes. Catch Channel 15's games and Sam's Good News, so you'll know when they're going to be played. And you know, get out to the gym itself and enjoy a game live. So for Munger Vision, God bless America.